This week 8 player props and Stephception edition of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. And the NHL is back, and so is the Hockey Gambling Podcast. Join Ryan and Joel as they break down the biggest games, storylines, awards, and best bets throughout the season. Let's yap.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom, false top, drop the football. Like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls caught the shots like some Oracle reading. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging play stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
Happy Wednesday, not Thursday. We are doing this a little bit early because I am traveling. To no one's surprise, we're going to get through some player props, Stephception. Scott Bowser is going to join me. And then producer Ryan will come on and we'll figure out what the hell we are doing for Circa this week because we have yet to talk about it. So that should be fun. Let's bring Scott Bowser in. How's it going?
Yo, pretty good. Good to see you, Smalls. Haven't seen you since we hung out here in Vegas. So yeah, that was fun times.
Overdue for another Vegas trip.
Yeah, definitely. I live here, so
I know. Shit. Kind of jealous, but kind of not, because I swear I lost my voice I just got it back again, but it was completely gone since that last Vegas trip, essentially.
It happens. It's a combination of being around all the smoke, all the casual drinks will do it to you too. Because you end up drinking even when you're not drinking. And so
that's it's not as casual as you think it is. And then the appetitis and all, it all comes in. How is the NFL season treating you so far? Any general feelings about this NFL season?
You know, I had a really good weekend last weekend, and that kind of got me off the schneid after a couple. For a couple of weeks, their first touchdown picks from Kramer were bailing me out each week.
Oh yeah,
and I think that was happening to a lot of people, but. Last week I did pretty well, and so I feel like I'm seeing the board better. I'm kind of getting an idea of where some of these spots, because you start thinking about like road spots, back-to-back road spots, triple road spots that we've seen these last few weeks.
Sure.
So now we're starting to get an idea of which teams can handle pressure and which teams can't. So
yeah, absolutely. And you start seeing like where there's glaring weaknesses. Like this team is really shitty against everything possible.
I never would have thought at the beginning of the year that the Patriots would win 3 straight road games in 3 straight weeks.
Which is just
crazy. Like that's crazy, you know. And so we're at that point, but we're also at the point where we're looking at some teams that are like looking like playoff bound that are definitely going to crash and burn, and we're looking at teams that are on the outside right now that are going to crash their way in. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Who do you think is most likely to like crash and burn right now from these like top? There's really not that many teams like at the top right now.
I could see the Colts come crashing back down to earth.
Okay.
I could see that, and I could see Daniel Jones just getting knocked out for a couple of games. That could derail their whole thing. There's a lot that can happen there.
Before we get into some player props, did you see Russell Wilson find his sack, find his balls within his sack, and he tweeted out classless ... but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. With some emojis, which made it a little corny. I wish he didn't put the emojis.
Yeah.
Hashtag let's ride, but he is who he is. This is great. I choked when I saw the bounty hunting part. And you know what? The Russell Wilson contract is worth it just for this tweet to be on our team.
We need a sequel of that Kevin James movie about Sean Payton when he had to sit the year out coaching high school on the bounty thing. And there's a sequel of Payton getting into Russ Wilson years later. About the bounty thing now. So
I'm in on that. I wonder if Sierra tweeted that for him. Player props. Let's talk about him. There's not like that many out on a Wednesday, but there is enough.
I had a tough time finding numbers on everything here, but I did come up with a general framework where some of these numbers aren't up yet, but I think we can still plug and play.
I agree. We can totally do that. Let's hear the first one you're working with.
All right. Well, let's just go to Thursday night.
Okay.
I am loving how Oronde Gadsden Jr. or the second,
Yeah.
I think is what he's going by. Dad, great NFL receiver too. But I'm really buying into his chemistry with Justin Herbert in this Chargers offense.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, he had a monster week last week. I'm glad I got the best ball shares of him late that I did. And so let's just start with a little Gadsden ladder, and let's start juiced up at over 70 yards at plus 250, then over 80 at plus 390, and then over 90 at plus 6.
Yum. I like it. And it's also, I think I've been alerted to it. Is it tight end week? Is that a thing? Can the chat confirm we're on tight end week?
This is every bet I'm giving out this week is on tight ends because it's National Tight End Week.
I love a good theme. Yeah, I like that. Can I unfortunately go to your game first, but give a Green Bay prop?
Sure.
Okay. Matthew Golden, his over 3.5 receptions is opening up at plus 122. I think that the Packers need to realize that he's second in the NFL in EPA per target. When you get the ball to him, good stuff can happen. I think this game is interesting, but I think you look at since bye week, which there was week 5, he's averaging 3.5 receptions on 4.5 targets. And then you've also seen we've seen the Steelers like this wide receiver 2 situation is averaging like 4 receptions for 73 yards. It seems like these last 3. So I think for him to go over the 3.5, they're going to have to get him involved in this game. So I like the fact that it starts here at plus 122.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that at all, especially if he's coming from the slot, because Steelers do struggle against good slot guys.
Yeah.
That's at plus 122. I really like that because it makes me want to ladder that up to like over 5.5 or so.
The six gets you plus 520.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Now we're talking. Yeah, now we're talking. That's
a little stank on that one.
We're into something. I love it. What's the next prop you're looking at?
All right, so this one I'm going to give out a little. This all tight end. This is a kind of a matchup based thing on guys that are playing, either that are becoming more and more featured in the offense, or they just have good tight end matchups for the week against the defenses they're playing. And so we're gonna do a little round robin of touchdowns. I have 2 odds, and the longest leg I don't have the number yet, but we're gonna do Dalton Kincaid at plus 210.
Yes.
Jonnu Smith at plus 260.
I just built this. I swear to God, those are 2 of mine right now. I swear to God.
And then my third is Mason Taylor.
I'm not kidding you. So is mine. And then I have Tyler Warren in it as well.
Okay, yeah. I actually have an alternate one too that I'm going to also play of Cade Otton, Mark Andrews, and George Kittle.
I love it.
And that one's more based on these coaches are going to, I think those are the coaches that are going to really buy into tight end week. And
like you got it. Yeah. The ones that are really going to lean into it there. I absolutely love that. You mentioned Cade Otton. I think that there's maybe ladder potential with him here, but I like that over 40.5 receiving yards that they're opening that at minus 118. He's had three straight games with 4+ receptions, 5+ targets, 51+ yards. Saints are allowing an average of 50.7 receiving yards to opposing tight ends. I couldn't find a reception number on him. If I could find one, I would love that because, we saw Mike Evans go out, and then I don't know what's going on over there, but we've seen Otton kind of get more involved, almost just like he did last year. So I'll keep an eye on his receptions number, but I like the over 40.5 receiving yards.
I love that. That's a great play. Yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential with all the injuries they're dealing with on the offensive side of the ball right now to become like an elite tight end, especially if you're looking at DFS lineups like this week. Like he should probably be in your queue on that. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think even looking at who's the other one? Because you just said Dalton Kincaid. I don't know is he fully healthy? Do we know though?
I'm not sure, but I like playing those guys in these spots because usually you get a little bit better price when there's a little just give me a small little storm cloud.
Yeah. Which makes me kind of like Dawson Knox too. I might like do another tight end touchdown round robin thing where maybe I put Dawson Knox in too, because he seems to only be involved if they're throwing him a touchdown. Otherwise, we don't really see him.
I was thinking of getting diabolical where you do these with all the starters and then also with all the backup tight ends on the same teams.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, where you really juice it up for the haymaker. Okay.
You know who else is? I want to do something with Loveland, but I don't want to bet his touchdown. He's had 3 straight games, but like he's not with like 3 targets, but he's not really doing much from it. But we've seen the Ravens kind of give up a little bit to the tight end position. And I don't know if Komet is back or what the deal is, but Loveland will find his way onto my card at some point.
You know, if any sportsbook managers are listening to this, start offering first downs as a bet. Over under on first downs. Okay. How many first down guys? Who's that guy? You know, who's that guy that's gonna go get the first down? Because there's a lot of guys that move the chains that don't get in the end zone.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun way to get these guys more involved in props. And this is a new market that'd be fun to.
Like Daniel Bellinger, I'd be all over that shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of guys are going to be at like a half. Like, are they going to catch one during the game or whatever?
Yes. Do you have another prop or bet you want to give out here?
I want to go back to tomorrow night for the Thursday night game. Rondé Gadsden. I love his touchdown at plus 185 anytime, and first touchdown at plus 950.
Okay.
I just think that the Chargers are really committed to getting him the ball right now, especially with the drops we've seen from Quentin Johnson and a couple of these other guys lately. We're like, he started off so hot, but he's had a couple of big drops. They might lose some confidence in him. Gadsden just looks like a wide receiver out there. You know, he looks more like a wide receiver than he looks like a tight end. So, yeah, I just can't get enough of eating whatever this guy's got to offer, too. And, I mean, also, just throw it out there. I like his longest catch. I saw it at over 17.5.
We love the longest catch shots. You know who I said this on yesterday's show is I do think, I know he hasn't looked great, but like I really feel like the Hockenson game is coming. Like I just can feel it. I can feel it in my hypothetical.
I was gonna get those tight ends involved, but I just couldn't make up my mind between him and Oliver.
I know, because they like Oliver.
They really like Oliver, and they seem to really be targeting him. And you know, I have a theory about this too. When backup quarterbacks come in, they spend most of their time working with the other backups. So a lot of times you see them have more chemistry with the number 2 tight end or the number 3-4 receiver or however it goes.
I like that. That's a good weight. You might be onto something there. Especially
in college. Because like sometimes you get down to these guys, like some of these teams get banged up with injuries and they're deep down the depth chart. And it's like, where'd this guy come from? It's like, well, he's been playing with these guys, you know? Like
Yeah. I just realized it's a Conklin revenge game, but there's not really a lot of revenge to be seen.
Yeah.
I didn't stay totally on the tight end theme because you know what? There wasn't a lot of lines out. I was trying to find something to take an under. I was looking at Tanner Connor, but like those are the names that we're not going to see anything until later on because I know Waller is hurt. But Josh Downs, there's lines out for him, so I didn't see the report that he is playing. I'm going to assume that since I can get a receiving yards line and a longest reception line, I'm going to take that as he is playing. And if he is playing, I think he steps back into that primary role there. Over 36.5 receiving yards, minus 118. His longest reception is 16.5. When targeted 7+ times a season, he's averaging 6 receptions, 49 yards. The last 2 games that Downs played, he was the most targeted Colts wide receiver, and the Titans suck.
I like that.
That was a lot. Oh my God, I need like an inhaler for that. That was really holy shit. I've been sick and this is the first day I feel better, and that was a lot for my lungs there.
All right. I go to Monday. Cap off tight end week. We gotta like Travis Kelce.
Have to.
First touchdown plus 625.
Love it.
I feel like that's not a great price for a first touchdown, but this seems kind of like an obvious one.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe I'm like giving this out, but I don't like the Cowboys. I want to be very clear. I fucking hate the Cowboys, but I do find myself liking some of their props this season, and their offense has just obviously been good. Dak is playing well.
Yeah, they're moving the ball.
They're moving the ball, and I think if you look at the 2 of the last 3 Broncos games, they have allowed opposing quarterbacks to throw for 280 plus passing yards. In the 3 games that Dak has had Pickens and Lamb, he has averaged 271. So this opened at 251.5 at -114. I don't hate it as like a parlay leg, or if you just want to take it in general, I did bet it. So not pro Cowboys, but I like that prop.
Yeah, no, that honestly, I mean, I freaking hate the Cowboys. They ruined one of my most anticipated Super Bowls of my childhood when they played the Steelers, and oh man, that ruined. But I am gonna go over here. I got a non-tight end one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna break right here. Let's go over to the Falcons Dolphins game, because I think this Falcons defense is for real.
This is fun. Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun. And McCaffrey exposed some weaknesses in their run game. And I think they're motivated enough to fix that.
Sure.
And get that right. So let's go. And I also think Miami's a dumpster fire. So let's take Oshan under 62.5 yards.
I'm totally with you on that. I have a couple plays in that game that I like Stephception wise. Is Algier hurt? Do we know if that's a thing, or what is the deal?
I'm seeing him listed right now at +700 for first TD, +130 anytime, and a +130 anytime is telling me he's pretty healthy to go.
Okay. I think his, whatever they set his rushing yards at, I probably will take the over with how this Dolphins rush D has been. It's just absolutely atrocious. And he's also had back-to-back home games with 10 plus rush attempts and 32 plus rushing yards and a touchdown. So I think just given Bijan's probably gonna go off for like 200 this game.
You know, looking at this, they got his anytime right now for this one, Bijan at -245. Like,
that's so crazy. That's like foul. Like, that's embarrassing for I'm embarrassed. Like, what is Jonathan Taylor's against the Titans? I wonder. Like, that's,
you know, that if you can find the right way of doing it, though, of sneaking that into a same game parlay with other correlation where you take him and then for the anytime touchdown, but then you do all the yard overs for the other guys kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the receivers and stuff. There might be a way to like reverse engineer that to get a decent payout out of it and use it as a free square kind of thing.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor's rushing yards. Oh, I'm assuming this one over. It's 99.5 is what -114. They have it at. His longest rush is 19.5. What do they have? Let's see. I'm dying.
I would rather play his over on the longest rush than the over on the game yards.
Guess what his anytime touchdown? -360.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
That's ridiculous.
Man. That's crazy. There's no point in betting unless you're betting the 2 touchdowns. Before we get into a couple more bets, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag. Promo code SMALLS for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SMALLS. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig is getting you the best prices, is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Let's see. What else did I have?
Real quick there. I have 2-0 last few days in doing random quarterback yard under props.
Okay, fun.
And here's how I do them is
let's hear it.
Certain apps, one you may have just mentioned.
Okay, yeah.
Like to send you a notification saying something like Baker Mayfield's been on fire with over 255 passing yards. Under.
I love that. That's okay. There we go. This is good. See, this is good information. This is what the people need to know here.
Yeah. When they're advertising an over to you, you should really think about that.
Run. You know what I've been doing is whenever, some of the books will post someone just has one leg to hit.
Yeah.
I just bet it's total opposite of what the other leg is.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
one person's going to win $300,000 if Bill Krosky Merritt scores a touchdown. Sounds like Chris Rodriguez is getting in the end zone.
Yeah. Vinny Bag of Donuts just needs Houston money line on Monday night to complete the 16-teamer.
Okay.
Seattle
it is. Giddy up. Yeah, absolutely. Any other props before? I have Stephception stuff. So then the next couple I have are all like longest reception.
All right, cool. No, I think that's about it. I'm kicking the tires though on this New England Cleveland game, and there might be a fun way of doing it where you like kind of play it both ways, but like a Drake May first touchdown, and second touchdown, and vice versa type thing. And long story short, years ago, I owed Kramer like $2, and I was like, "Hey, I don't want to."
What do you mean? What do you mean you owed him $2?
They're like, we try and keep straight stuff, and we had some bets going with each other back and forth.
Okay,
and
all right. Okay.
$2, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to Venmo you $2 to settle up. I'll put a $2 bet for you on something. He's like, well, just find a stupid prop, and it was an Austin Hooper Hunter Henry in a Patriots Browns game, first and second touchdown at like 200 to 1 or something, 150 to 1. We hit it.
Did you?
I was like, hey, bro, just to let you know, that $2 bet hit for like.
That is so funny. Holy shit!
So, we got like $300 to play with here if you're in.
I'm obsessed with that. Okay, that's hilarious. That's how we should start getting each other back when we owe each other, even though it's usually just me owing you money. Okay, Stephception bets. I placed this when I thought Lamar was playing. I don't know if that's happening now from what I was seeing right before I jumped on. But if he does, I do like Zay Flowers to go over 23.5, longs reception -120. Again, I really do not like this unless it's Lamar. And this is strictly off of them playing the Bears.
Lamar playing. Yeah, they're coming off the bye. I think he's probably more likely to play. So, yeah, I mean, I think you're pretty safe there. I'm going to go back to my Steelers well here. Jonnu Smith over 14.5 yards. I do think Arthur Smith's using him more and more as a threat, especially in obvious passing situations. So I think that over 14.5 is a great number for him here.
I love it. I think also kind of we're going to see him this week come back into play, because didn't he have a little bit of he didn't have an off week last week, but he wasn't as involved, right? Or am I making that up?
Because it's like, just Freiermuth had those big standout plays last week. So he had that. Freiermuth had that monster game. So even though Jonnu Smith did have a touchdown in the game, he had the first touchdown in that game, actually.
I know, because then I had the 2, and then for some reason I put Piron in my.
When Freiermuth popping 79 yarders, you're gonna notice that.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I did tweet out. I was like, I feel like it's see, this is how I felt last week when I said I thought it was gonna be one of those weird Muth games. This is how I feel about Hockenson tomorrow. Now, I don't think Hockenson's going to go that crazy, but I just think we're going to see a little bit more out of him because he's been pretty annoying.
I mean, if you're going to let it, lean into it, though.
Lean in all the way. 2 touchdowns. Let's get weird.
Touchdown, step ladder, do all of it.
Looking at, I do like Matthew Golden, like I mentioned, to go over the 19.5 -120. He's gone over 3 of the last 4, especially since we've seen that uptick in involvement. We saw what Higgins and Chase, that's kind of like where I like the receptions too, but saw Higgins have a catch of 29, Chase 19, Iosivas had 37. I tried to find out Iosivas. Is that even how you say his name? I just fucking make it up. I just decide how I'm saying your name, and then that's what you are to me moving forward.
I always want to call him Jehovah Voss.
Like Jehovah's
because Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade, where they spell Jehovah with an I, and that's how he avoids getting.
That's so funny.
At the
I love it. But so if I can find his lines too, I like him to go over. So I like his over there. Going to that shitty Miami team. I think this might be where Is it E.O. Sivas? Okay, whatever.
Yo,
Listen,
Sivas. Yeah. I think,
my real last name has been being butchered my entire life, so I genuinely don't feel bad. Okay, Drake London over 22.5 minus 110 for his longest. He's gone over 2 of the last 3, 39 and 43. Both were at home. Interestingly enough, this Falcons team, they have fucking freaks for being at home. They fucking love, they're homebodies. They like,
they are.
fucking love being this team loves being at home. And when he's at home, you're seeing him get absolutely fed too. Like his last 2 home games, he's had 110 plus yards as well. So these are big catches. He's getting involved. I like him to go over that 22.5 for his longest catch.
Love that.
Fun.
All right. I got one for tomorrow night. I got 2 actually, but I'll start with the first one.
Do it.
I mentioned Quentin Johnson earlier. I like him a lot this week. So I see somebody asking, dude, put him in a flex, at least a flex spot for you this week.
Absolutely.
But yeah, over 20.5. I think Justin Herbert's gonna try and like we've seen the Vikings defense give up. Like, I mean, look what the Giants did to him. I mean, the Eagles last week with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith just running down the field on these guys.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling like if you're the Chargers, you have to challenge these guys early and often.
Yeah.
So, like Quentin Johnson over 20.5, like he's gonna get the targets down there. So it's whether or not he doesn't drop it. That's really what it is.
Absolutely. That's why yesterday I gave out Justin Herbert's longest completion over 35.5 because
Love that.
It's gonna happen. Like to who? I don't know, but QJ was my choice. And they set it a little bit lower than it's been. But again, like Lad could also do it. We've seen Keenan go over his. So like that felt very easy.
What was Jalen Hurts' long against that defense last week? Like 79 yards. I mean,
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So,
Which is why you can go ahead with the way that the Giants secondary is looking. You can go ahead and take Devontae Smith to go over his as well. I think I found a bet that I somehow has flown under the radar for me, which is unbelievable. So Bijan Robinson, this is my dad bet. To go over his longest reception over 13.5 minus 110. Ready for this? He's gone over every single game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it seems
every
like
game.
It seems like every game he's popping a 20, 30 yard, reception where they dump it off to him. And love that. You know what? We gotta build like just a Bijan parlay here.
Yes. And even this with the longest receptions, again, talking about them being like little pervs for being home. They love being at home. Listen, this is when they do the best is when they're at home. At home, he's had a longest reception his longest receptions are 23 plus yards. They're very long. Like he's had like a 61 yard. I think it was week 1. So something about being at home. So Bijan Robinson over 13.5 for his longs. And again, like, okay, there's talk. First of all, whenever like saying a player has a bone bruise is like, oh, you do. Like they have to come up with something that like between like turf toe and bone bruise, it's like, okay, like
little turf toes over here.
Your toe is hurt, your bone is bruised. Okay. I don't care if it's Kirk Cousins. So like to me, this all is fine. If it
is Kirk Cousins, there's probably more dump offs there.
Right.
And so all of a sudden his target share goes up and you're more like the more target share, the more likely you're to get one. And also a guy like him with a number like that, you got to think he's just like got pure explosiveness. There's not many guys in the league that have that. And so anytime they're saying like, you're basically saying like, can this guy break loose? Absolutely.
He can in a terrifying way. Absolutely. 100%. Anything else you're looking at?
Yeah.
Everyone on Rice and Worthy didn't look at their numbers yet. I am going to hate myself and I want to bet Mason Taylor something again, but I promise it's the last week, but it is the Bengals. And it's like, listen,
you got to bet.
Happen.
You got to bet his anytime touchdown this week. Yeah.
If not, it's going to happen this week. Listen, and I won't not be on it. So fighters fight. We stay on it. We just follow the path until it happens.
I'm so with you on him getting that first touchdown this week.
It has to happen. Please God.
It has to. It has to
happen.
Okay,
any final thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm going back to the well tomorrow night because I had one more.
Do it.
I love Jalen. Hey, going back to my backup with the
Naylor. Yes.
Damon Naylor, 11 and a half yards.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I do love that as well. It's very nice.
And coming out of the slot, that's such a low number for a slot receiver. I don't care who you are and what team you're on. That's just a low number. Like, yeah, I love that.
And they love finding ways to get those guys involved no matter who is throwing.
O'Connell's got to be cute, especially in prime time. So he's going to find a way to scheme something up for Naylor for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, he's probably a good play for first touchdown as well.
Honestly, you're probably correct there. What are you thinking about this your Packers Steelers game? Packers -3, road favorites going.
I feel like you have to take Mike Tomlin coaching a team as a home dog. Like, I feel like that's one of like the commandments of NFL gambling is like you take Tomlin as a home dog. You know, the Steelers secondary's been getting kind of torched. Jordan Love makes a lot of questionable throws, I'll say. But he somehow, I don't know, somehow managed to keep squeaking by. This could be a get right game for the Steelers secondary because I think the pass rush is going to be there on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so as long as they're getting heat on them, I feel like this is the game for the secondary to get their shit together. So,
it's funny looking at my notes for that game before I let you get out of here. Is my last like little bullet point is kind of love them both to throw a pick.
I love that. You know, I don't hate that at all. Like that, yeah, that seems about right. You know, like
it sounds like how that's gonna go because then like Rodgers will try to one up and like I don't know. They're just gonna be. It's like gonna be like a.
I wish there was like Super Bowl level props on this because I would be betting like both guys that throw an incomplete pass their first pass.
Yeah, 100%.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah,
it's so funny. I think that's it. Do you have a favorite bet as far as spreads go for this week before I bring on producer Ryan and we try to figure out what the fuck we're doing for Circa?
You know, I got one that I wholeheartly enjoy. I think you kind of maybe I don't like that as much the more I think about it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate the board this week.
Yeah, it's tough. You know what? I like Tampa getting right at New Orleans.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I think that I can see that there.
I'm also seeing -102 for the -4.5. So yeah, give me that.
That's not bad. I'll take it. And I think this is kind of where we see the Saints. Go to 5. The Saints have also been like cute. Like it's like cute. They've been like staying in games, being adorable, blah, blah, blah. This is probably where we start to see the Saints be the Saints. And then they realize that like, oh wait, maybe the draft is important actually.
Anytime they see that like number, usually it's about to go one way or the other when they're given that kind of weird juice. So I always like getting on it and paying. I like paying as little juice as possible. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think that's very fair.
I don't think I need to justify that too much.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that's awesome. Let people know where they can find you. Do you guys have any horse races coming up? What's the virtual horses doing? How's the stable?
So you can follow me on x.com, the everything app at Scott_Bowser. And yeah, so me and Ryan Kramer, we do our Run for the Roses, where each season we make a run for the virtual Kentucky Derby and the associated majors. We're competing right now for about 60 to 100 grand worth of total prizes each season. And we're trying to just get our piece of that. We won like 1,400 last week to finish out the season. One of our finished third in one of the majors, and that was third place was good for 1,400. So and of course we bet on ourselves too. So that show money wasn't too bad. But yeah, and my show, The Luck Stops Here, is coming back soon, and we got a new format. My buddy Eric Dodorian's coming in to join me as a full-time co-host, and we're turning it into kind of like a mafia and organized crime history show.
Oh, love it.
I got our first couple episodes will be coming out in the next couple months. We gotta it's funny because now we gotta each switch off like reading a book for every show. And so hopefully these are gonna be like 2-3 parters mostly, so we don't have to read too many books.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be doing one based on the Murder Machine, Roy DeMeo crew of Brooklyn in the 70s and 80s, where there were a bunch of Studio 54 cokeheads, where it's really the closest the mob's ever had to like 6 serial killers getting together and just going after it. They've rumored it killed over 300 people, and it's a wild story.
I can't wait for this.
It's like Vietnam and everything. And then Eric's first episode, he's going to actually be going into like the true story of gangs in New York. We're going to be going back to like the 1800s and the early Irish American gangs in New York City. So yeah.
Absolutely love it. Everyone go follow Scott. I'll let you get out of here. I appreciate you coming on. Always a good time.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yes, appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Underdog is also a great place to play fantasy pick'em, where you can win up to 500x your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' stats. Available for a ton of sports. NBA just started, but of course we're giving out NFL. I'm staying on the longest reception ordeal here. We've got Devontae Smith higher 22.5 longest reception, T Higgins higher 20.5 longest reception, and Tez Johnson higher 20.5 longest reception. I've been quietly crushing these. It gets you 6x your monies. Underdog's got a brand new offer for customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Rhythm is crushing it in college football and NFL with picks and props. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from a model you build, and you could win $1,000. I found a smart signal. Ramondre Stevenson under 2.5 receptions minus a 143 win probability is sitting at 80.2%. This is one of their sharp unders. We're going to give that out because, listen, we're Trayvon Henderson fans in this house, and I'm kind of sick of the bullshit over there. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25, and now it's time for Extra Holes.
Extra Holes.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, wow. That was
Bring
not
the energy.
Hi.
Got a big blemish that's really popping right now.
I don't see it.
It is right here.
Oh,
wait.
it's okay. I have one on the side. That's why I've been the camera's been this way this week.
Oh, okay.
Smart
Sounds
girl.
good.
Smart woman.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Wait, I gotta do this. It's going really well. Things are good. Things are good.
Okay.
I'm all throwing up. I keep thinking it's Thursday. I keep thinking
I know
about
that's
watching.
my fault. That's my. I probably
No.
I'm not traveling anymore.
It is all
Until
good.
So I kind of lied. I forgot the holidays are coming up, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what the Knicks score is? Are they on yet? I'm curious now.
I haven't been keeping track. I've been locked into this awesome show.
Someone in the chat tell me. Yes, me too. We have not.
Can you real quick recap your triple Ds?
I didn't do them. That's why.
Well, that's why I was not going to call you out on them, but
Okay.
I just didn't know if you had them because I always like to follow them, you know?
I know. Well, the reason why is because I can't decide. Yeah. Can we do our Circa ones and then I'll pick my dog and then I'll do them at the end?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Sounds good.
Okay. I need to talk it out emotionally. Glad to see Stephie back to health. Also, this is still the same water bottle that I had on the show. Yes.
You have not gotten far on it. For those tracking Steph's water consumption,
not great.
I feel like we need to put over-unders on your water consumption.
We should.
Is it like 2.5 thimbles or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's not great.
I'm not good at water consumption either. I do have like a water bottle, but I always keep forgetting.
It's like embarrassing to walk around with. I don't know.
Don't walk around with it. That's
but
weird.
How am I supposed to like? I always like even walking to the gym. It's just bulky. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, let's talk Circa million.
I hate the board.
We need a bounce back. We need it in the worst way. Emotionally.
We need to bounce back. I'm stressed.
All right. So I have some that I'm thinking of.
All right.
Let's hear. I heard you talk about it. I heard you talking about it with Scott. You talked about it earlier in the week as well as the Aaron Rodgers spite game with CJ.
I know, but
what are we thinking?
I don't know. Okay. Okay, here's my thing. Yes, it's a revenge spot. But isn't it kind of a revenge spot for LaFleur too?
Yeah. I suppose. But who takes revenge more seriously than Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. And he lost. So was it like a look ahead? Because he says it's not a look ahead. Blah, blah, blah. I think it comes down to who protects the ball and who makes turnover, like more turnover inducing plays.
I agreed. I also found this stat. I don't know how relevant it totally is, but Aaron Rodgers 7-3 against the spread as a home underdog in his career. He was actually 7-1 against the spread as home underdog prior to last season with that horrible Jets season. So if we kick that out, 7-1 against the spread, something to keep in mind. I don't know. I'm cool
with the Steelers being at home. I like the Steelers off a loss. I think the concept is great. I hope that I could just kind of see this game. What if Micah Parsons just destroys Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, that's totally possible, but also I feel like everybody's been overrating the Packers this season. I don't disagree with that. The Jacoby Love Cardinal. I watched that very closely last week, and they do not look good. Other than, Micah Parsons finally came alive.
Yeah.
Against the crappy Cardinals, though.
3? What does Circa have it at 3?
Okay, so Circa lines aren't out officially, but I'm seeing it at 3 at other books.
Okay, let's lock it in. Because I initially said it early in the week, so we'll use that as like this is where I started. When I start going back and forth is when we're usually wrong. So
Steelers +3, locking it in. Okay, next one I have down. Hotlanta.
I have them too. It's the first one I wrote down.
So Miami is 0-4 against the spread on the road this season. They look like hot dog shit. They look like the Porta John that people were fucking in at the South Carolina game.
Don't fuck in the porter potties and don't take the Dolphins ATS.
Do we have to talk that one out too much? I mean, it's minus 7.5. It's kind of a long spread, but
my first note is fuck the Dolphins so hard. Like, let's just at this point, like this might be the McDaniels game, last game here, move on. What they lost last week, 31-7, I think, to the Browns. It was. Atlanta's been great at home. Like I was saying, there's something about them. They like being at home. They're playing more explosive while they're at home. The Falcons have the second best defensive DVOA. If it's Kirk O'Chains, it's Kirk O'Chains. Like I don't feel uncomfortable with that at all. That's great. Fine. Miami is ass against the run, and you have Algier and Bijan, who are probably maybe my favorite like two-headed monster as far as like a backfield goes. So I'm cool with taking the Falcons here. And like we talked about earlier in the week, like the Dolphins to me, I don't foresee them winning this game. Like I don't think they're going to keep it close here.
I don't think so either. I think that it's going to be a bounce back spot for the Falcons, who played the 49ers close. And I think the 49ers are better than I thought, at least. I have a lot of hatred for them, but I don't know. Mac Jones is reborn. So
making it happen too.
Yeah.
What other, is there another? Okay. So Falcons, Steelers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoughts on Carolina at home, 3-0 against the spread at home. Buffalo 1-1 against the spread on the
Red
road.
Rocket. Here's the thing, though.
First start.
Can you see the Panthers winning this game outright?
No.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone.
We said we were going to do that. It's gone.
I agree. I wrote it down and thought the same thing. I just wanted to bring it up.
No.
Here's one I could see them winning outright. It feels very weird to say, but the Browns +7 versus the Patriots at home. I know I'm throwing out the Miami game, obviously. Browns have been really tough at home.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have like strong feelings on that. The Patriots are rolling, so it's a little stressful for me here.
It is. I get that they're rolling, but also if they're going to stumble, it could be against the Browns defense.
Isn't it at New England though? Like David
No,
just
it's
said. I think it is in New England.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I read that wrong.
Forget
everything I just said.
Okay. It's at New England. So I feel like I'm going to poo-poo that one.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? How about the
Yeah,
Eagles?
give me some.
The Eagles -7 against my New York Giants.
The other rule we said was we were going to stop betting against our teams.
I hear you, but if a Debo is not playing, like there's potentially no Holland, we're signing fucking wide receivers off the street. Like if Deontay Banks is on the field, we're not winning the game. That's just what it is.
Yeah. David is calling it out. He even remembered us saying that.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't bet my own team. I'm saying take the team against my ass team.
I mean, if you feel strongly about it, but these two teams better than I do.
Last time we did this, we regretted it. But where else are you looking on this board? What are your thoughts on do you have any feelings on Chicago to cover?
Chicago is on my list. Yeah.
Okay.
Ravens defense, super shaky. Bears takeaway rate is really strong. Seems like value.
They lead the league. I didn't even realize that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, Lamar's back, right? That's confirmed.
It's not. I don't think it's confirmed unless someone in the chat. It's happened since I've been on. It wasn't confirmed because I was pissed off when I saw that because I wish I didn't bet on the Zay Flowers prop.
Got it. All right.
Okay. What about the other? I have a couple other ones down.
Yeah.
Do we kind of think we should stay away from Jets Bengals, but like the Jets are so bad.
Yeah.
This is for the Jets because I can see this where we come on the show on Monday and we're talking like, oh, here goes the Bengals stacking wins, getting ready for Joe Burrow. Like I could just see that narrative right now.
See the narrative. Okay. David's saying that Lamar took third team reps. All right. Limited in practice. So that's that. Jeez. Bengals giving up 6.5 to anyone though.
It's 6.5, huh? Okay, let's put that to the side. This might be a thing where we finalize these picks and I post them onto Twitter. So be sure you're following the show and
because we don't have final lines right now.
Yeah, so we'll definitely finalize in case stuff moves and there's a big adjustment. I know this is crazy, and this is another team that's ass. Like the Titans fired Callahan, it did nothing. The Colts are absolutely rolling right now. JT can't be stopped. DJ might get signed to a second contract by halftime in this game.
You know, I was looking at that also. It feels crazy to give up 14 points, but is it against the Titans?
Not with this
Colts
team.
at home.
Like, name metric. They're at the top. Like, it's just, they're rolling at home. Titans can't stop the run. Like, you just heard me. Jonathan Taylor's fucking rushing line opened at 99.5. Like, that's all you need to know. He's minus 360 to score a touchdown. Like, that's embarrassing.
All right. I'm writing it down.
Okay, fine. God, I fucking hate this line. Let me pull it up.
So we've got right now Colts minus 14 versus Titans. Steelers +3 versus the Packers. Atlanta minus 7.5 versus Miami. We've got those 3 written down.
Go ahead.
Saints Bucks game. Saints at home +4.5.
Saints have been good at home, but like I was kind of saying with Bowser, is this where we see the Saints, skedaddle out of this whole cute thing that they've been doing? Baker hates them, but they kind of embarrass themselves. I can convince myself either way on this one. I lean the Bucs though.
Sharp money has been going on the Saints, but I'm not sure it's not locked in, obviously.
I think that's one that I would want to weigh on, like team health and stuff. The only other one, do you have any feelings towards the 49ers heading to the Texans? Texans 1.5 points home favorites. 49ers just keep kind of figuring it out. I think, this Houston defense, like I've been talking about nonstop. Did you know they've only been home 3 games? This is only their 3rd home game. Their offense looked rough. It looked rough. Bye week did not help. They might not have Nico, but their defense is at the top, like they're top 5. And again, you name whatever the metric it is, defensive DVOA, EPA, allowed per play. But the 49ers are just they're just figuring it out every week.
Yeah, I have a hard time betting on the Texans the way they've looked, especially versus the 49ers, who I keep betting against and keep losing.
Yeah, I think we might have to. This might be one where we sort this out and then post it onto Twitter, what we come down to, because these are a tough one here. What about Cowboys Broncos?
I like the Cowboys plus 3.5. I got to say, I know that's horrible to say for the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and I don't like the Cowboys any more than you do, but I don't know if the Colts can, I don't know if the Broncos can keep up with them scoring wise.
God, their defense. Although their defense didn't look, I don't know. I'm not giving them any more fucking compliments on the show. It's been way too many. I think what we do is we post this afterwards. I'll post my triple Ds. I don't know. I don't like.
We'll do our best to lock it in.
Yeah, just because this week is different and not everything is set in stone.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else?
Our zero hero says, "Fuck the Broncos."
I agree. I just wish it was someone else doing.
That's all I got.
That's all you got
lock
today.
These in.
Lock these in. We'll be back next week. Follow on Twitter, subscribe, rate, review. Please rate and review the podcast.
Please follow us on Spotify. Rate and review.
Rate and review.
Tell your friends.
Tell all your friends. Tell your best friend. Tell your cousins if you have cousins.
Tell your worst enemies.
Others, tell your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. Appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys on the flip. Let's win some monies this week, huh?
Later.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday's the place to be.